What is up, y'all? Capone Tony here, and welcome to another Ever Crisis video. And welcome to October. We have a new seasonal event going on. We have a new featured banner again, and yeah, some things to go through here. So if you check the notices, yeah, decent amount of stuff to cover here in a second. But like I always do, I like to start with the new banner. We do have a new banner. It is a featured banner with Glenn. Glenn got a banner. That is a very, very rare thing in this game. He's probably one of the more neglected characters in this game, but here we go. We got Glenn. So he's got the Desperado Glaive. Or no, that's the weapon. Yeah, we can start with the costume, which I think is actually a pretty badass costume. I actually love this fit, like how this aesthetic looks. I think it's probably one of Glenn's better looking cosmetics, honestly. This weapon looks insane. Looks pretty awesome. But yeah, here we go. The Desperado Mantle does physical defense all allies, 15 points, meaning that you will get a 20% physical defense boost to the whole party, which is really good. This is just the R ability. It's not like a separate stat or anything, so like you typically get this R ability on guild weapons. And yeah, he just has it on a costume, which is really cool. The next thing is the Rebel's Passion. When granting physical attack down, max potency tier +1 only affects the max tier. So he has a new weapon. It does physical attack down. It actually can go to mid at low overboost. It can go up to high at OB6 or higher. Meaning, and then you have a plus. The max potency +1 means that wherever the max potency is on the weapon, it will get added +1. So like at a low overboost here, it maxes out at mid. With the costume on, it will now max out at high. It'll go low to high. At OB6, it'll go high to extra high now. So that's 4 tiers down on physical attack. So yeah. I think we've had something like this before already, but now it's gone Glenn. Kind of fits his character since he's a tanky character. And yeah, lowering the physical attack on an enemy is helpful to the whole party. So yeah, anyway, let's actually get into this weapon now. The Desperado Glaive does 390% physical earth damage, 3 ATB by the way, which is cool. Also, physical attack is decreased low to mid. Also, when HP is 70% or more, earth resist is decreased low to mid. And we also get a Veil Shield for 5% of max HP for 40 seconds. Boost HP and physical defense are the R abilities. PATK Boost, and X Sigil Boost are the support slots. Yeah, +2. Alright, so 42 and 18 on the R abilities at OB1. 450% at OB1. Get a little extra duration on all these buffs and debuffs. OB6 is where the weapon really starts to, get cooking. We're at 550% physical earth damage. Now we're going high to high, so automatically just go to high now on the physical attack down. Earth resist is decreased, automatically goes to high as well. And Veil Shield, 8% now. And then OB10, high, 10% Earth Shield, 30 seconds on all the duration, 60 seconds on the Veil. 62-42 on the R abilities, so that's really tanky R abilities here, and 54-30 at OB6. So yeah, off the bat, this weapon here, it's nothing really new to the game. It's just a bunch of different debuffs and a buff combined into one weapon. So yeah, this weapon really is like nothing unique. It is good value though, because 3 ATB to do all this stuff is really, really nice. And yeah, Glenn needs more weapons like this because Glenn's kit is kind of garbage. Mainly because he just does not get a lot of weapons in this game. Like I say, he does not get a lot of love. He's probably the least popular character in this entire game. So he does need more weapons like this to kind of fill out his kit. And this is kind of a good start. So you're getting Earth in Peril, you're getting physical attack down, and a Veil all in one cast, 3 ATB cast. So it is nice. I wouldn't use this as like a DPS weapon though, because 620% and the R abilities don't go with this as a DPS weapon, like a sub DPS weapon. So yeah, it's mainly he's there in the party as a tank, while also doing utility at the same time, physical attack down and earth resist. So that is cool. So yeah, what I think of the weapon, like I would not pull specifically for this weapon. This weapon's probably going to be good for the escalation challenge that's going on right now with the new Gallon Balor enemy. You could probably do it without it though if you're a seasoned player, or anyway, I wouldn't pull on this weapon specifically for an escalation challenge anyway, but Yeah. Anyway, I mean, it's a good weapon. It's just nothing that's super unique, but it does help Glenn out as a character. He needs more support weapons that do utility like this to kind of really round out his kit. Because characters like Barret and Angeal, they are way ahead of him in terms of like being a tank in this game, a tank support character. So yeah, overall, for me personally, I think it's a very easy skip. It's a featured banner, meaning that the weapon can always be wishlisted later. The costume is what you'd have to decide on. Do you think it's worth pulling a page to get this costume? That's going to be up to you. Me personally, I don't really use Glenn in this game. The costume is pretty decent. I mean, it's physical defense, all allies. The PATK Down Tier thing, +1 is cool, I guess. So if you use that weapon twice while it's at OB6, you will get an extra high on that physical attack down. So I mean, that's neat. I'm not sure if it's worth grabbing a costume just to do that though. I would say no, but that's up to you to decide that. But yeah, if you do pull on this banner, I would only go one page, get the costume, and get out. There are these medals in here, the FS side story support gear medals, meaning that if you pull a full page, you'll get 120 of these medals. There are missions right now where if you do all the missions, you'll get 80 medals, meaning that you'll have 200 medals total. And if you have 200 medals, you can redeem them for a past costume, which I will get into here in a second. So yeah, there is that incentive as well. So if you want to get like a past costume, yeah, I'll just get into it right now. So if you go to the exchange, where is it at? I think it's, okay, it's the gear medal exchange. Okay, so this is where it's at. I was fumbling around with this for a while trying to find this. So yeah, gear medal exchange here. So you can get scrap armor for Barret, Citra dress for Aerith, Shinobi Hawk for Yuffie, glacier armor for Zac, and dark attire for Sephiroth. Or you could use these medals toward weapon parts, which honestly, for me, definitely they're going to go toward weapon parts. Weapon parts are like the most valuable thing in this game. And a lot of these costumes right here are just old, and some of them aren't really useful at all. Like scrap armor for Barret, this thing is garbage. All of these got enhancements, by the way. So these do what, +15 to both these R abilities now, but that's not helpful for Barret at all. Plus these R abilities you can just get on weapons, so it's a garbage costume. But if you do want these costumes for the aesthetic, you can always do that as well. So I personally don't like this aesthetic on Aerith. I like the actual dress, but what is it, this tablecloth right here, I'm not feeling this. But this did get enhancement as well, 20% on the magic defense, and you get what, 25% on this max magic ability damage, which doesn't help Aerith because she's not a DPS character. So Yuffie's costume is an Earth Arcanum costume, which I feel like this is very easily skippable because just get her Earth costume from the freaking the second anniversary that's going on right now. That is way better than this costume. The glacier armor for Zac is an Ice Arcanum with buff debuff extension. It's actually a pretty decent one. Buff debuff extension kind of fits Zac because he's kind of like a buffing character while also doing sub damage with his ice weapon here. This actually did get enhanced here, so it's 45% on the Ice Arcanum, so that's pretty neat. And Sephiroth's costume, it did not get enhanced. just the defense got enhanced. I'm not sure why the Earthblade Arcanum did not get enhanced for Sephiroth, because both their weapons are kind of similar. They're like damage weapons, like low damage weapons that do a imperil. So Zac's ice resistance down, Sephiroth's earth resistance, but only Zac got the extra boost to ice ability damage or elemental damage, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, I don't think like really any of these are really worth grabbing, especially if you have Zac's butler costume. You don't really need this. If you have Sephiroth's what is it, the Odin costume, half anniversary one, you don't really need this. So but yeah, I can't really make a recommendation. You have to just, I'd recommend just based on your account. Like I'd say you don't really need either of these based on like a count progression standpoint. This is an Earth Arcanum, this is an Ice Arcanum, this is a Earth Arcanum more focused toward Magic Earth. So I would say, yeah, pick one of these three that will help fill out your account the most if you want to grab a costume. But honestly, I would recommend just grabbing the weapon parts. Me personally, I'm definitely grabbing some Aerith weapon parts. Tifa's very highly recommended too, because they're both going to have limited banners next month. So you're going to want those extra weapon parts if you want to overboost those weapons. Make it easier to overboost those weapons. So yeah, that pretty much covers this gear metal exchange type of thing here. Going back to Glen, you have until October 22nd to draw on this, like 3 weeks. So got a little bit of time to think about it. Me personally, I do think it's an easy skip. There also is this red crystal banner where if it's 10 pull for 2,500 red crystals, which is very pricey, but the stamp card I assume is way better. Yeah, there's a lot more guarantees. 2 Glen weapon guaranteed, plus there's ingots and 4 5-star guarantees. So yeah, it's just for the paid players. If you want to spend some crystals to get this weapon overboosted faster, this is your route to doing that. Other than that, I would say just pull the costume if you want the costume. If you don't want the costume at all, I would say easily skippable. Just wish list the weapon later. So yeah, that mostly covers for Glen. What would go with this weapon? Pirate's Glaive is a good offhand, I feel, in most cases, because you're going to have a provoke with HP gain for the whole party. Also good R abilities, tanky R abilities, physical defense, magic defense. So this is a good offhand for Glen. I think Piece of Cake is also another decent one. Physical defense is decreased high, so it's like more utility to go with his tanky main hand weapon. What other stuff could you wish list? I don't know. To go with the Quake theme, Hawkeye for Yuffie, physical Quake weapon. Sequoia Dendron is a good stat stick for Quake DPS builds. So is the Rifle of the Hunt, but also this is a good debuffing weapon too for Quake. So yeah, just like the theme of Quake, physical Quake in particular. It seems like physical Quake might be the guild battle based on the Memoria that we got too for this event. So that is something to consider, to think about. So physical Quake or magic Quake, I don't know. We'll see as in a few weeks, but yeah. That pretty much covers the Glen banner. Are y'all gonna pull on this? Are y'all gonna skip? I assume a lot of y'all are gonna skip because, like me, I'm hurting from Anniversary. And I assume a lot of y'all might dive back into the Anniversary banners because they don't go away for a few weeks either. So if you want to get the most bang out of your buck when it comes to account progression, I still think Anniversary is the best way to go. Both of these banners. So yeah, feature banners, like I said, the weapons are the most important things from featured banners, and they can be wish listed later. All right, so that covers the new Glen banner. Are y'all gonna pull? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, so let's go through the rest of the updates here. We have a new battle ranking coming next week already. The Deviant Hybrid battle ranking 13. Strategy is Ice Element is effective and only shows 1 enemy. So is there only going to be 1 enemy for this battle ranking? Typically there's 2. So this is kind of weird. So the specimen guy, weak to ice. So I assume it doesn't say physical or magical ice. I assume maybe physical, since that's what was in the Anniversary banner, the Sephiroth one. So physical ice might be good in this guild battle. We'll see. I mean, not guild battle, but battle ranking. We don't know yet, but yeah, if there's only 1 enemy, that seems kind of lazy too. And we just had a battle ranking recently as well, so it seems kind of weird that they it's giving us another one already, but whatever. It's content. It's something for us to do. That will be coming next week. So First Soldier side story campaign is on. So if you we have the free 10 draw, the 28 days daily. Do that. Login bonuses, we get blue crystals, ingots every week. Then we get the First Soldier panel missions, and there's 50% more rewards for summon quests. And yeah, so if you go to the missions here, First Soldier side stories, very simple stuff here. Just knock that all out. The second page will have 80 of those medals that I was talking about. So if you do pull a page on this banner, or I assume there's going to be 2 more banners, for one for Matt and one for Lucia probably. So you can probably get the 120 medals that way if you are like wanting to get one of those old costumes. So yeah, you don't technically have to pull on Glen to get the old costumes. You can just kind of wait and see what the other banners are going to be in the next couple weeks. But anyway, just knock out all these events and you'll get these 80 medals along with all these other stuff here. Gotcha tickets, ingots, weapon enhancement things. So yeah, just stuff to do. Farm out the content, get all the things. So event. The first soldier episode 3x soldiers is on right now. So that is the actual story event. I did not go through the story yet, but it is new. I think this is new canon story for the FF7 universe. So this is something that I'm anxious to check out. And then there's also the solo and co-op clears. I cleared everything auto with a not very strong team. So pretty easy to get through it. Do the solos, do the co-ops, get all your rewards. I hate how it defaults to battle effects now. That like bothers me. It should default on the rewards, not the battle effects. It's like a little small nitpick. Kind of annoying. But anyway, farm the event. I would say get OB6 immediately on the mat weapon, especially if you don't draw on this banner, because you'll probably need to bring this for the bonus in these events. So if we go to the event here, let's check out the co-op real quick. Bonus details is, yeah, you gotta bring either the Glen weapon, the Glen armor, or you bring the mat weapon. And the mat weapon, yeah, at least at minimum bring that so you get a 20% boost for your co-ops. Yeah, try to get this to OB6 as fast as possible. Put the top priority when you're farming this event. And yeah, other things that you can get in here: 5-star gacha ticket, greater magic branding stone, astral wind, memories, gacha tickets, typical stuff. And then we go over here, you can get a Quake Circle recipe and a Quake Blow Circle recipe as well. Ruin Materia 5-star, Refined Mithril, 5 of those, Mithril Ingots, Mithril Ore, Synth Kaidos Dawn, Mat Specific Weapon Parts, probably the most, the best thing out of this whole lot here. Weapon parts are extremely valuable in this game. Like I said, they can be used to overboost any weapon, but they should only be used to enhance limited weapons. So yeah. Anyway, that's the event. Go ahead and farm that out. I'll check out the story of this later, which I'm kind of looking forward to. There also is an escalation challenge against Gambalor Patris. I don't freaking know, man. So if you knock out the escalation challenge, okay, this metal shop did not get refreshed, which kind of sucks. Doesn't get refreshed until November 27th. That kind of blows. So I already did auto pretty much all this up to 15 already, and it was very straightforward. I just brought like what team did I bring? So I just brought this physical earth team, which, you know, I have an OB10 Tifa and an OB10 Yuffie, which is pretty strong. So but yeah, I was able to auto it. Not too bad. Also, there is a new Memoria before I forget. So if we go into this event here, you can check out that there is a new Memoria. I assume this is probably going to coincide again with Guild War. This enhances physical attack. It favors physical attack more. Favors physical defense more. Max ATB increased +3. Earth potency up +20%. And as well as physical and magic potency up versus quadrupeds. I guess that's this enemy here specifically. I don't know. But yeah, if you max this out to level 10, you'll be able to get all these buffs for your party. Yeah, I actually do like the new Memoria system. I assume this is going to be good for Escalation Challenge. It's going to be good for Guild War, maybe. We shall see. The last Memoria was good for the Guild War, so that was nice to have. All right. So yeah, that pretty much covers that. I already went through the escalation challenge. Let's see what else is going on. Reawakened Mat Limit Break Draw is on now. So they brought back Mat's Limit Break Draw, which very interesting. The Mat weapon is very good. His costume's really good too. It's got Reprieve, which is amazing R ability on any character, pretty much a second life, and then healing potency +10, physical magic defense +20%. Also, the Darrow Platis is a very good weapon. It's essentially Kamura Wand, like a variation of it. It's P attack AoE up to high. Magic defense is increased up to high with a big heal at the same time. So, really good R abilities. P attack all allies, buff, debuff extension. All Asuna on the materia slot, which is only like 3 weapons in the game have this. So that's very valuable as well. So it's an extremely good build. I pulled on this when it came out initially. I think it's a really good support build, support healer build. but for me personally, I don't use Matt a ton, so he does not get used a lot. But when he is used and needed, this weapon is really, really good. It's actually a really good stat stick too, because these are really good R abilities to as a stat stick on a back weapon. So yeah, honestly, you had to choose between the Glen banner and this, I'd pull on Matt. Just pull a page, get the costume, get that weapon to OB6 over time. You're kind of cooking. It's a really good weapon. So yeah, Matt's back. If you want to pull on this, you have that option. And also Angeal's limit break, or his new, not limit break weapon, his ultimate weapons here. So we can check that out real quick too. So where is it? Mako Exchange. So if we go to Angeal, we can see he has the Balmung. Is that how you say it? Probably not. But anyway, it does 2000% physical and magic non-elemental damage. Also, physical resistance is increased, 25% potency. Magic resistance is increased, 25% potency. All allies on both of these. It also does a 50% veil to himself, which is pretty crazy. That's a big veil. It also has 3 uses on all this, so that's really good. HP gain boost, so 25 points at 60 seconds at the beginning of the battle. Everyone just has HP gain. I assume there's probably going to be specific content that this is going to be really good for, especially like this Gallon Balor enemy that just smacks you at the beginning of the battle. So HP gain will, you know, your allies will just be using their attacks and just get HP back after that. So HP gain is really nice to have. I'm not sure how useful this is going to be for many of the battles, because a lot of the time you don't take damage until, you know, at least 30-40 seconds into a battle sometimes. So it's going to be good for very specific content. But the resistance, the physical magic resistance, can be good for any type of content where you take a big massive like AoE hit. Barrett has something similar too, but his is like 50%, but his only has 2 uses and Angeal's has 3. So I don't know, I think I might like Barrett's more because that 50% is huge. That's a big difference. 25%, still pretty good though. So yeah, it's gonna help Angeal overall for his tank builds. So yeah, pretty solid ultimate weapon. And if y'all do pull on any of these banners, I wish you all the best of luck in getting this. So yeah, that is the Angeal ultimate weapon. All right, so let's go back. Check out the notices again. We got the Titan Summon Stream expansion. So if we go into the solo content, go to the summon quests, you will see, if you go to Titan, that there is now an EX3 battle. So yeah, you can knock out that EX3 battle. I assume you probably need to knock this out in order to progress in his growth stream. So let's check that out real quick. So let's go to Titan. So yeah, yeah, you have to beat that EX3 battle to progress further in this growth stream. You'll be able to level up his Earthern Fury summon, I guess, to level 12. So yeah, you can increase the damage from the summon, which I assume, again, I assume Earth is probably going to be good for Guild Wars. So definitely try to beat that EX3 Titan if possible. So yeah, that is that. FF side story support gear medals notices. Okay, so they actually do cover all the draws where these gear medals are going to be showing up. So there's the draw today, there's going to be a draw next week, 2 weeks from now, and 3 weeks from now. So every single week we're going to get more of these medals from the, that you can redeem for those old costumes or the weapon parts. And yeah, so yeah, you don't have to pull specifically on Glenn right now to get the medals. You can just wait for someone else. I think a lot of people are waiting for Lucia because I think, a lot of people like her fit. So yeah, no rush right now because we'll be able to get more of those medals later in other draws. And I think that mostly covers it. I think I have a 10 draw here. Yeah, so do your 10 draw every day. This is Double Rate Wednesday. I hope I get some good stuff here. It's going to be very rare for me to get something that's not OB10 though, but let's see. We got Red 13. And that weapon is OB10, so cool. It is a good weapon though. So yeah, do your 10 draw every day. Don't forget. And yeah, I think that mostly covers it. Let's do one more check here. Yeah, we got the Glen banners, we got the story content, we got the battle ranking next week, escalation challenges, and map banners back. So yeah, what are y'all gonna do? Are y'all going to pull on the Glen banner? Are y'all gonna maybe pull on the map banner? Are y'all going to keep pulling on the anniversary banner because you know, you need to pull on that before it goes away in a few weeks? Or are y'all saving for the Final Fantasy 13 crossover we're going to be having next month, or the Nier Automata crossover we're going to having in 2 months? So for me personally, I'm saving for a while. I only have 13,000 crystals anyway, so I'm broke as a joke. But yeah, let me know what y'all going to do in the comment section below. Oh yeah, that's going to do it for this Ever Crisis video. If y'all enjoy my Ever Crisis content, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. Later.